How's it going? First Alert Meteorologist Fred Campagna, and of course the weather is going to be active tonight. We've been telling you about it for a while, so hopefully you've been with us as we've gone through the last week or so. This is the first alert weather day for tomorrow that we've had on the 7-day forecast since late last week, and it does look like tonight, tomorrow, the weather is going to be quite active in North Georgia. So definitely good that you're weather aware overnight tonight. It's awesome to have the First Alert Weather app. I know that many people do, but if you don't and you're watching this, say, on YouTube or somewhere else, and you don't have the First Alert Weather app, just go into your app store, whether it's Apple Store or Google Play, and just search Atlanta News First Alert Weather. It'll take you right to our app, and you'll want that. Turn those alerts on. Keep that phone on a charger overnight tonight, because the weather that's coming our way does look like it is going to be fairly active. I want to get to some of the weather maps here to show you what we are anticipating weather-wise coming our way. Some of us are already under a tornado watch until midnight, but I expect that to actually be expanded or extended because of the timing, and I'll show you why I expect that to be extended. But right now it's in effect from Chattooga, Gordon, Pickens, Dawson counties, and basically points north. So it includes town cities like Ellijay and Helen, up through all of far north Georgia. For the most part, except for northeast Georgia, is included in this tornado watch, which is in effect. Let's get a look at what's going on out there right now. It's another very warm and humid day. It hit 87 or 88 this afternoon in Atlanta. Now it's 84 degrees because of the humidity. It felt like low 90s. So very, very warm weather as anticipated today, and dry weather as we were calling for. When you look at the radar right now, there's not a ton that's going on. We'll put it into motion here. And one of the things that we're going to watch for, see how very quickly, I'm going to zoom in. Let me see if I can circle this right in here. Well, that's drawing arrows on there, so we don't want arrows necessarily, but get my highlight circle on for you. Right here, right? You see this little storm that has developed over northeast Alabama? This is kind of like what we saw last night, where we got what we call discrete cells, right? So they're out ahead of a main line of storms, very quickly flaring up. This is a 3-hour loop here, but I'm going to slow this down and show you that really this just popped up in the last 15 minutes, and almost instantly the National Weather Service, I believe the Birmingham area, issued a severe thunderstorm warning for that. So that's not in our area right now. But it is a severe thunderstorm warning until 7:45 Central Time in northeastern Alabama. That's probably going, to the northeast of our area. But we are watching up in this general area for the possibility of more storms flaring up during the evening. It was yesterday evening, just after 9 o'clock, around 9:15 or so, that we had a tornado warning pop and some storm damage in Tryon in the northern part of Chattooga County. Let me go a little bigger picture here just to show you this system, which has been bringing severe weather to the United States for the last couple of days. How about all that lightning? Can you believe that? Look at Tennessee right now, where a tornado watch is in effect, and there have been several confirmed tornadoes in Tennessee. This is all moving through middle Tennessee right now. So you go near, it looks like Christiana, and wow, just an incredible thunderstorm right there. This moving through Murfreesboro as well. Another one a little bit farther to the north up near Carthage. Also, that one's moving off to the southeast. Eventually, some of this action is going to work its way down into the northern part of our area, and the timing for that is right around midnight. So we have a level 3 risk out of 5 of severe weather in the far northern part of our viewing area. So that takes you up through north of Rome, north of Canton, north of Gainesville, the areas basically that are in the tornado watch right now. And it's a level 2 risk for the northern suburbs down to about I-20 area. And this includes Athens as well in that level 2 risk of severe weather through tonight till 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. And then as you go farther to the south, it's a level 1 risk. And you may be thinking, okay, well, I live around I-20 or south of I-20. I don't need to be concerned. But here's the deal. As the system moves through, this severe weather outlook, the way it's broken down, it ends at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, and that's where we pick up the next severe weather outlook, which starts at 8 o'clock in the morning. So that's why this shifts the way that it does And the level 3 risk is from about I-20 to the south. The level 2 risk is in the same spot, and the level 1 risk is farther to the north, because the risk of severe weather in far north Georgia diminishes after tonight, but it continues after 8 o'clock tomorrow morning for the Atlanta metro area. So on YouTube right now, Wesley's in here hanging out. Wesley, good to see you. Sylvia said it just passed in Tennessee. And John's checking in for Henry County. So again, Henry County, you'd be looking at more tomorrow morning than you would be looking at for late this evening or overnight. So closer to early tomorrow morning at the earliest for Henry County. Tanya's saying, why the tornado watch at midnight, but it's going to happen at 7 a.m.? Well, the tornado watch is posted until midnight because it's in the far northern part of Georgia. That's where there's the possibility of seeing storms that could produce tornadoes. Conditions are favorable for storms that might produce tornadoes until about midnight in that area. And as I mentioned earlier on, that tornado watch will likely get extended both in terms of time into the overnight hours, possibly even to part of the day tomorrow. And I expect it to get extended in area as well, working to the south and getting closer to Metro Atlanta. Whether it actually gets all the way into Metro Atlanta, that remains to be seen. Let's go hour by hour through the forecast here. This is at midnight, and you can see storms beginning to work their way into northwest Georgia. And then as we hit the late night hours, so 2, 3 o'clock in the morning when most people are sleeping, that's why I was suggesting that it's just important for people to have the First Alert Weather app on their phone as a means to be alerted, make sure that the ringer's on or that the volume is up, so that when those alerts come in, and you can set those alerts on the First Alert Weather app, that when they come in, you're notified. Because the storms could be strong to severe in these late night hours, particularly as you go north of Atlanta. Heading into very early tomorrow morning, here comes another line of storms moving through. This could impact the morning commute, might affect you if you're trying to get the kids to school tomorrow. So definitely spend a little or allow for a little extra time tomorrow morning to get things organized, because the weather could impact your normal morning routine, as some of these storms could be strong to severe. As you go through the morning tomorrow, you'll notice how the stronger severe storms move a little bit farther to the south, but we still have some rain around noontime likely, and then it does wind down for us some tomorrow afternoon. It looks like it could be a decent, clear late day and early evening. We are watching the potential, by the way, for one more round of showers and storms to come through early on Friday before we finally do get into some nicer weather as we go into the Mother's Day weekend. One of the things that we're going to notice over the next, say, 36 hours or so is the humidity really coming down. So by Friday midday, that humidity is a lot lower. It's very comfortable. And our Mother's Day weekend forecast is really nice. It'll be cooler, yes, but still very fine. 77 Saturday, 79 on Sunday. A lot of sunshine Saturday, a few clouds on Sunday. Low temperatures that'll be in the middle 50s. Let me just pop this up here, take a look at a couple more of your questions or comments that you might have had on YouTube. So again, this is the general overall risk that we're looking at on Thursday tonight and Thursday. I would put the lightning risk even higher than that. I think there's a really good chance that we're going to see some lightning. The tornado risk is low, but it's definitely not zero. And the greater risk is for some straight line damaging winds and possibly even some large hail. Inch or greater hail is possible with this system. Why do we have a tornado watch? Well, let me show you why. This is a computer model projection that shows the amount of spin that is in the atmosphere. And you can see that as we get closer to midnight, where it's lit up, where you see colors on there, that means that there's spin that could potentially cause tornadoes, and you'll see how it moves from north to south during the overnight hours into the northern suburbs, and then tomorrow morning, again, more of it showing up as we go through those early to mid-morning hours and into the early afternoon well south of Atlanta. So it's because of the amount of spin that we have in the atmosphere, but we also have the trigger, a disturbance that will set off these thunderstorms and is setting off these thunderstorms. Right now it's to our northwest. As soon as this loads up, you'll see that. And we have a lot of humid air that's in place that provides fuel for these thunderstorms. So it's a pretty good setup overall for some strong to severe thunderstorms to happen in North Georgia. It doesn't mean that everyone's going to get a severe thunderstorm. Hopefully most of us will not. But with this type of a setup, again, there's a pretty high likelihood that there will be at least some severe thunderstorms that happen. Fayette County, Barbara's asking about that. Again, the timing for Fayette County, first storms possible by sunrise tomorrow morning, and then it's during the morning and maybe midday hours tomorrow that you're probably going to have to deal with some rain and some thunderstorms. So not as soon as some of those people that are living up in far North Georgia. So Austin's asking if he's from Henry County, asking if that level 3 risk is going to shift to the south. So Austin, you may have just tuned in and you may have missed this, but I just want to show you that already tomorrow there is a level 3 risk of severe weather in Henry County tomorrow. So it's a level 3 out of 5 risk for Henry County starting at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. And again, this is, you see these lines on the map and you may think, okay, I'm here in Gwinnett County, so I don't need to be as concerned. We really should have these lines blurred a little bit more than they are, but it's just the way that the map is drawn. So the risk, whether it's a 2 or a 3, you're still at risk of seeing strong to severe storms in those areas. So definitely be weather aware. And thanks for that question, Austin. So we are covering this, of course, in the First Alert Weather Center. I'm going to go back, keep an eye on that First Alert radar for you as we go through this evening. If any severe thunderstorms pop, we let you know about that. As in the app, for sure, you'll get a severe thunderstorm warning if it's in your area, if where you are at the time is included in that severe thunderstorm warning. So you'll want to have that geolocation on when you download the app as well. And we have a crew coming in early. We're staying late during the overnight hours, so there will be at least 2 meteorologists in the First Alert Weather Center throughout this evening, throughout the overnight, and during the day tomorrow. So we have it well covered, and we'll go on Atlanta News First as needed if there are tornado warnings, even if it happens at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. Just know that if you do get an alert on your phone that there is a tornado warning, you can flip on Atlanta News First, and you will see us on there letting you know where that tornado or potential tornado is, where it's heading. We'll be tracking it for you on a street level. All right, so that's it. We're just going to continue to watch it for you very closely. Stick with Atlanta News First. Thanks for hanging out, and I hope that you have a great evening and overnight. Tomorrow, stay safe. To all the moms out there, happy early Mother's Day. I'm glad that you're getting some nice weather coming your way over the weekend. Take it easy.